Hey guys, this is Isaac Woolsey, aka the Autistic Comedian here, coming from you at 9 o'clock at night here in Carborough, North Carolina. As you can see, it takes forever for my hair to dry, but this is a serious video regarding public transit in the United States. Like everyone talks about how in the United States our healthcare is bad, but what we really need to be talking about is public transit. And if you hear a bunch of noise in the background, that's just some laundry. But seriously though, public transit is really bad here in the United States. I mean, like, I am disabled, which, no, it's not because I'm autistic. It's because I just can't drive. Long story, just anxiety and stuff. But anyway, and because I can't drive, I have to depend on public transportation, which is one of the reasons why you don't see me doing my comedy videos as much, is because I can't get to the clubs anymore because the bus service where I live has reduced service due to a bus operator shortage, and that's no bueno. That means the buses stop running right before I have to go to work. I mean, actually, they stop running right after I get home from work, and they also mean I can't go to the clubs late at night to perform. So that's kind of a mucho problem. And you'll soon find out why. On public transportation facts, on American Public Transportation Association, where it covers buses, light rail, subway, commuter train, streetcars, trolleys, cable cars, van pool services, ferries, taxis, paratransit for senior citizens and people with disabilities, which I am. But I don't really need stuff for wheelchairs. I just need rides, basically, monorails and tramways. As you can see, the stats about it, like 45% of Americans have no access to public transportation, be it the countryside and stuff like that, which I used to be a country boy, so I know about living outside the city limits. So, and of course, every time you invest in public transportation, there is it generates more funds back in economic returns. So that's something. I'll put the link down below for the American Public Transportation or whatever that website's called. I'll put the link in. But recently, I was on the news about riding the bus before the bus operator shortage, and even then, I raised some concerns about the bus. I'll even put a link down in the description for that said video. And another very interesting thing I did recently was I talked to the mayor of Carborough. I couldn't get a hold of the mayor of Chapel Hill, but see, I don't know, now a lot of you people who don't live in North Carolina or aren't familiar with the Research Triangle, we have this bus system called the Go Triangle, which runs all the other things, the smaller systems, and they're in charge of all the buses. And recently they had a major bus operator shortage where the worst of it was felt by Chapel Hill and Carborough, because like literally 40%, I think, of the bus operators were cut short. Either they left on their own volition, or they're fired, or a payment dispute. I have no idea. They won't be honest with me. I recently talked to the mayor of Carborough, Damon Seals, and recently he said that they're trying to hire. It's a desperate need for bus operators. It's been running at low service for like 6 months, so it's really needed. So if you live in the Carborough Chapel Hill area, please sign up for Chapel Hill Transit. I'll probably put another link in the description for that, because we really need drivers. And as I keep being rabbit trail, but the mayor said that they've been working on it. They've been calling people. He actually called me in the middle of work, but that's another story. But I answered him. He tried to do his best he could. I offered to help by giving the word out, so which is what I'm doing here. So I mean, what I want everyone to do is to try to write to either apply for a job as a bus operator or transit worker or any kind of thing if you are qualified to do it. And also, if you can start taking it more and less with the cars, because the U.S. automobile industry has really damaged the U.S., where it's like impossible to get around unless you have a car, which I don't have a car. I can't drive. So there's literally places in the U.S. I cannot go to unless I unless I spend a lot of money on cab fare. And even then, they probably won't go to certain areas. So this is a critical, urgent thing. If you want to see me come back and do comedy, you might want to invest in public transit, because heck, I really need it. Not just me, but other people who are disabled, who can't drive, students. That is a very important thing that we need. If we don't drive, we're screwed. So please try to get a hold of like an elected official on how to make the U.S. or your jurisdiction or your precinct more accessible by vehicles. Like a little side story, my aunt was teaching in Alaska, which I know Alaska is hard to get to in certain areas because it's not really connected to the continental side. But there was like literally a village that you could not go to except by helicopter, which I think is ridiculous. But even then, that's just a geographical problem. But so as I said before, we really need people to drive. And to wrap things up, I'll tell you a humorous story about my time riding the Greyhound bus to Charlotte from Raleigh back in the day. I recently took it was like a few years ago, actually. It wasn't recently. I'm sorry, but anyway, I took the bus to Chapel Hill, and my roommates are making a noise. Sorry. But anyway, I took the bus to Charlotte, and it took me about several hours more than it should have to get back, because it was like the bus left for Raleigh at 10 p.m., but it didn't arrive till 1 a.m. And when it did arrive, the bus driver was like, "Oh, I'm too tired," or "Oh, my shift is over." I think it was a shift was over, but I had to wait another 2 hours, and I didn't get home till morning. So that just shows what kind of issues we have with public transit. But hope you enjoy the video. I'll post the links down and below, and be sure to like and subscribe, and do all the usual. Thank you. Bye. Just padding out the time to make this video fully 10 minutes. Okay, that's cringe. I'm sorry. That's literally bad. Bad, Isaac. Cringe. Just someone to pad out the video.